Hey guys, welcome to the Coin Report channel. Over the past few days, the Pulsechain blockchain has shown its strength. We're now talking about the sum of all assets locked in DeFi protocols on the blockchain. But while most people are wondering will the Pulsechain flip Ethereum, I managed to dig up some interesting information about this cryptocurrency. How is the project doing? What exactly is the Pulsechain creator hiding from holders? And how will it affect your earnings? Get comfortable, here we go. Folks, at the time of writing, the project is ranked 11th, ahead of XRP, Cardano, Aptos, UE, and even Phantom. Just a few days ago, TVL was looking towards 500 million. As of now, that number is a little lower. But I must say that against the background of a general market decline or, so to speak, flat movement, such a situation looks normal. Pulsechain is a dark horse that has worked its way up to the top fairly quickly, and I'm willing to bet that soon the cryptocurrency will enter the top 5 blockchains in terms of blocked funds. And why do I think so? If you look at the trading volume over the last 24 hours, Pulsechain is on an imaginable 4th place. And that's just wow! Next comes Polygon, Optimism, and so on. In other words, Pulsechain has more activity in its network than other very popular cryptocurrencies. This is a strong fundamental factor that can play well in the long run. But this is just a drop in the ocean. What exactly do you need to know about Pulsechain? What does Vitalik Buterin have to do with it? And how to make money on this cryptocurrency? Well, the Pulsechain story should start with its founder, Richard Heart. Richard has a website where he shows himself as a boy from a poor family who has achieved everything on his own and now wants to help others. This is a very sentimental story that appeals to many people. That is why quite a few people invest in this project and will continue to do so. Richard Heart raised $27 million for a medical study, predicted the Bitcoin peak, and also warned of the FTX exchange collapse. From the outside, his actions inspire confidence. There's even a video of him installing a toilet bowl for his mother at her home. But alas, things are often not as they might seem at first glance. No matter who or how much they say, Richard is not Vitalik Buterin and his project is not blue chip. The Ethereum, although this doesn't negate the possibility of making huge profits on Pulsechain. I will now explain everything in order. So, you all know the team has an important role in business, don't you? This is especially true of who exactly is in the CEO position. So, especially for you, I did a little digging into Richard's past and what I was able to dig up stunned me, to put it mildly. The Pulsechain blockchain history is quite complicated and incomprehensible in many ways. For example, it would seem, what does hacks have to do with it? But to make sense of this whole machination, knowledge of the past is very important. Therefore, I see the point in saying a few words about this cryptocurrency. Back in 2019, Richard Heart created a project with the HEX token, designed to store value, that is, the blockchain deposit certificate equivalence. But how did it work? First, you buy this token with your hard-earned money, then stake it and lock it in for anywhere from 1 day to 15 years. Next, you go to the platform every day and get rewarded. But the exciting thing is that the protocol doesn't generate income. It doesn't provide such services. It actually looks like a pyramid scheme, but a very long-term one, as many participants have been blocking HEX tokens for several years. In addition, if we look at the markets in which HEX is traded, we see that mostly trading occurs on the Uniswap decentralized exchange. Does this information tell you something? To me, it seems like there's a lot to think about. Okay, so cryptocurrency is traded preferably on one Uniswap. So what? The HEX has dropped almost 50 times since 2021. That's big. Richard Heart himself must have suffered tremendous losses too. But that was not the case. In some beautiful way, he managed to earn $4.5 million to buy himself diamonds. Not bad, right? Heart, whose real name is Richard James Schuler, was the main figure in a Panamanian law enforcement investigation into theft and extortion. Several aliases of the HEX creator, James Heart, James Richard, and Richard Schuler, have appeared in criminal schemes in Panama. Heart cooperated with robbers, blackmailers, corrupt judges, and lawyers. This is all the dirt that the Pulsechain creator is trying to cover up carefully. But should we really be afraid of history repeating itself? What is Pulsechain and what are 2 ways to make money from it? We'll talk about it next. In the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. That way, I'll know you're really interested in this topic. And we continue. What is Pulsechain? Basically, it is an Ethereum blockchain fork with cheaper commissions and faster transactions. As stated on the website, the project's goal is to create a more efficient Ethereum version. It doesn't look bad in theory, but what do we have in reality? Currently, the value of 1 USDC in the Pulse network is less than 1 cent. And why is that? Well, it's very simple. No one wants to have USDC on their blockchain because, in that case, the risks of losing funds are very high. Okay, we've dealt with this, moving on. PLS is a native Pulsechain blockchain token used to pay network commissions. Most recently, on May 24th, it appeared on the centralized OKX exchange. The graph looks something like this. Right now, I won't go into technical analysis and give you my forecast, but I will say the following. The fact that many tokens are now in the creator's hands, who has had some trouble with the law in the past, makes me wary. I fear Pulsechain may repeat the fate of Hex, failing very close to zero. Another interesting fact is that Pulsechain has a capitalization of close to $22 billion, based on the information provided on its official website. In that case, the PLS coin should have been in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by capitalization. But as you can see, CoinMarketCap, along with CoinGecko, disagree with this assessment. This only raises further doubts about the project's reliability. However, there are positive aspects about this cryptocurrency. Firstly, Pulsechain is a fairly decentralized network with around 20,000 validators. For example, Avalanche has only 2 to 3,000, while BNB has only 21. Therefore, Pulsechain can be called a network for people. Well, and secondly, the cryptocurrency's TVL, although it has recently rolled back somewhat, still continues to grow. Regarding the trading volume of this token, the project is among the top 4 blockchains. In other words, this is nothing but an indicator of the public's interest in the project. And if you have been in the cryptocurrency market for a long time, you probably know that aggressive marketing is the main factor in project development. And here I must admit, Pulsechain has both of the components. So, how do you make money with Pulsechain? The first and perhaps easiest way is to buy a PLS token and sell it at a higher price. However, it is easier said than done. In my opinion, cryptocurrency capitalization is already quite high, and accordingly, the growth potential is not as high as we'd like it to be. The second way is to buy tokens from their ecosystem. The Pulsechain team has developed a decentralized exchange, the PulseX, where various tokens belonging to the Pulse ecosystem are traded. But you have to be very careful, because many of them have absolutely no value. Of course, there's always the chance that some giant whale will wanna buy cryptocurrency, showing it in every pocket. But that's a pretty speculative story. And that's it for today. Subscribe to the Coin Report channel. Thanks for watching. See you later.